As of today, Kevin Durant and Kyrie are still in Brooklyn. Donovan Mitchell is still in Utah. Russell Westbrook is still in Los Angeles. NBA fans all over want to know, when will we get some resolutions to these impact players and where they will play next season? I mean, football season is starting, but right after football season gets underway, 2K is coming out. Fans want to know, where would some of these stars be? According to Yova Buhan of The Athletic, there is a reported deadline within the Lakers organization on a Russell Westbrook trade this offseason. Quote, there will come a time in which the Lakers will have to decide if they are willing to continue to play hardball and risk missing their window to trade Westbrook. There is a sense among some that training camp is a soft deadline to move Westbrook. If he's on the roster in late September, there will be a massive off-court distraction with the media asking about his future, his relationship with LeBron and the organization, Ham's vision, and his role and responsibilities on the team. Jovan also believes that if the Lakers are able to get Kyrie Irving, most likely Westbrook won't end up in Brooklyn. It's being reported that the Nets have no desire to bring Russ into their building and have him be one of the faces of the Nets. Even if they weren't trading Durant, I'm sure KD has no interest in playing with Brody again. Jovan believes that the Lakers would have to include a third team, maybe be the Pacers, the Spurs, the Jazz, and even the Knicks, as possible options to accept Westbrook as a salary dump, which would make it at least a 3-team trade if the Lakers are able to convince any of those teams to acquire Westbrook for a year. He's in the last year of a $47 million deal. So for any team out there, essentially, they would either need to trade some players that they have under contract, some bad contracts that they want to get rid of. In theory, you think the Nets would have to be willing to take those contracts on, because the Lakers would likely not be willing to take back Kyrie Irving and bad contracts if they are also giving up some of those first-round picks that they've been pretty tight-lipped on and kind of refusing to trade thus far. If they come off the picks, they're not going to want to take back a Joe Harris contract per se. So it would probably be on the Nets to take back some of that salary. Let's say the Spurs got a guy on the contract for 2-3 years. They deem it to be a bad deal. They want a fresh start. They're trying to tank. Maybe the Spurs can entice the Nets to take back one of those contracts if the Nets do start over as well. So that's kind of where things are at. It looks like late September as we get to training camp and Brody's still on the roster. Expect him to at least get to the trade deadline in LA as a Laker.